Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, forget about the woke Olympics for just a second because you know what? We have the gay games, which takes place at the same time as the woke Olympics. Now, this last woke Olympics, the Paris woke Olympics that we just had, unfortunately, we had over 170 something LGBT whatever mob join and be represented. We had the likes of several transgender individuals competing in female category sports. It's nuts. But the IOC was like, we need to represent these people. We need to allow these people a place to compete because if they say they're a woman, they are definitely a woman. And you are a hateful bigot for saying otherwise, including you're also a hateful bigot for condemning the likes of two biological men beating up women in the sport of boxing, taking home gold and being celebrated by the mainstream media. How about that, right? But now we've got the gay games, and I had no idea about this, believe it or not. I had no idea that it takes place at the same time as the woke Olympics, nor did I really care. But seemingly, thanks to the woke Melbourne of Australia, they decided to take a bid in trying to host the gay games. Why, you may be wondering, when you wasted $500 million trying to get the Commonwealth Games up and running, but under good old Dan Andrews, who's no longer there anymore. Why is that? Because he's a dingbat and a woke numbskull, and I'm glad that he was removed or he resigned in disgrace. Not in power, but in utter disgrace. He literally destroyed that state of Melbourne, especially during COVID. He was a dictator for the entire time of COVID and even after that. It was just a terrible thing for Melbourne and Melburnians. But nevertheless, he also stuffed up the Commonwealth Games and tried to remove himself and created an enormous debt for Melburnians. Did any wonder why a lot of Melburnians are leaving Melbourne and moving to the Sunshine State? Or they're moving to New South Wales? Because the debt in Melbourne at the moment is so enormous. But hey, let's forget about the debt because we want to take a stab and a crack at the gay games. That is definitely more important than anything else and bringing down the debt. You know, let's increase the debt. Let's put our stake in the running for trying to host the gay games. More representation for the woke state of Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, the actual state of Melbourne is crumbling right before our very eyes. Yeah, the gay games is super important, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I'll ask a question. Why the hell do we need this SHIT? I don't know. Why do we need it? Don't these people have enough representation? Don't they have enough days to be celebrated and worshipped? No, they've got to have an entire period of games for them to compete against each other. Look, if you want to compete against each other in the Olympics, by all means, go ahead and compete each other in the Olympics. But the gay games, for goodness sake, do we need to waste more money? I know the athletes pay their way and they do all that sort of stuff, but the city has to, you know, shut things down and make allowances for these games to be held. And it's literally just a celebration of nothing. It's a celebration of these people just going, you know what? I identify as being queer, so therefore I'm going to attempt some sort of sport. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's not bad enough that we had all these trans athletes in the woke Olympics competing in the likes of female-only sports, but we had all these people like signifying the fact and celebrating the fact during the opening ceremony that they were gay. Like, what has your sexuality got to do with sport? I don't understand that. Sport is sport. Leave sexuality out of the damn thing. But no. Jay, you're a hateful, homophobic bigot. You're also transphobic too, Jay. Call me whatever the hell you want to call me. I don't really give a crap, but I just don't see the need, first and foremost, to, number one, celebrate these people. Hey, where's my celebration for being straight? These people are truly, truly insufferable. Like, they honestly feel so marginalized, but yet they're not marginalized at all now. They're major the majority because we're the minority now. The straight white males, like for me, or the straight white females, we're now the minority. We get told to take the back seat while these people take the forefront. And you know what? A lot of the straight white people actually go, oh, it's fine. Let them have it. Let them have it. No, no, no. You shouldn't let these people have it. They don't need it. Oh, but we want it. Who the hell cares? Have a watch of Channel 9 talking about this. Yeah, let's go into throwing a hat into the ring after wasting $500 million in the botched Commonwealth Games plan. We didn't really have a plan. It was just like, oh, we want to do it. And we're going to waste a lot of money along the way. Meanwhile, they're just throwing their hat in the ring for the 2030 gay games, but we don't even have a proper business plan. Yeah, sure, that's going to make your bid even stronger, isn't it?
Despite wasting more than $500 million on a botched Commonwealth Games plan, Victoria has thrown its hat in the ring to host the 2030 International Gay Games. But as Mark Santomartino explains, the government hasn't even completed a proper business plan.
They were last hosted by Hong Kong and will call Valencia home in 2026. Australia! But come 2030, the Gay Games could be Melbourne's event.
We're in the running out here, so that's great. We'll see what happens.
Melbourne is one of 7 cities on the shortlist, as is Auckland, Cape Town, Denver in the US, Edmonton in Canada, the capital of Taiwan, and Perth.
I love Perth, but seriously, it's Perth. There is no comparison. Melbourne is a global city.
Since 1982, the Gay Games, like the Olympics, has been hosted every 4 years. But unlike the Olympics, the 10,000 plus competitors pay their own way, keeping costs low, according to the community leaders driving Melbourne's bid with the help of Visit Victoria.
I like the idea, but you can't trust the government of the day, and that's not political.
Before we do anything, I think Victorians deserve to see what's the business case.
We can't say whether it would be worth Melbourne hosting the 2030 Gay Games just yet because a formal business case has not been developed. The state says it's too early in the selection process to do so, with the final host city to be announced in November 2025.
Victoria was the internationally recognised events capital of the world, and now we couldn't deliver our chook raffle.
We are always interested in talking to people who want to have an event in this great state.
Mark Santomartino, 9 News.
So let me ask the question, what is the point of having these games in the first place? Aside from the fact that you want to promote the sexuality and say, like, you've called it the Gay Games, for goodness sake. Like, it's not bad enough, like I said a moment ago, that you've got the Woke Olympics, including you guys, 170 of you. Now they've got like over 10,000 of these athletes, or if you want to call them that, participating in a gay games thing. Like, are you for real? I'm like gobsmacked. I had no idea that firstly, this was actually a thing. And when I found out that it was a thing, I'm going, what the hell? So you had Hong Kong, and then soon to be Valencia is going to be hosting these games. Like, and again, they're keeping the costs really low. The athletes don't really get much if they go at all. So what's the point? There's no real glory, aside from the fact that you think that it's a positive thing to celebrate your sexuality and what you do in the bedroom. But honestly, why should we care? I certainly do not care. If you want to do that stuff in the bedroom, it's your prerogative. But don't, like, stop trying to force everybody to see the nonsense, for goodness sake, and call it the Gay Games. What? So the games are gay in themselves? Like, you're making basketball gay now? Hell no. You're making running gay? That's really going to throw me off my game, isn't it? I don't want running to be gay. Running's like my thing. Leave it the hell alone. Don't destroy it for me. Oh, maybe I'm overreacting a little bit. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think in the comments section. But I just think it's just absolutely ridiculous and stupid and a waste of time and money and resources. But nevertheless, come on, Melbourne. Melbourne is a global city. It's also a woke city, a woke state. So well done, Melbourne, for not having a business plan, but still throwing your hat into the ring and thinking you got an actual shot. we'll see what happens there. Good grief. This world is going down the toilet and down the drain so quickly. But you guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.